prices are not looking good right now. Let's move on. Let's touch base with the management of Crisil. Now, interestingly, on Friday, the management announced an acquisition of a UK-based analytics firm. Let's understand what this means for the growth at Crisil. We have with us Ms. Roopa Kudva, the MD and CEO of Crisil, joining us on a phone line from Mumbai. Ma'am, thank you so much for taking a call on NDTV Profit. Can you give us a sense of this acquisition, the total value of the deal? I believe it's an all-cash deal and it's also becomes EPS accretive from the first year itself. How much will it add to your EPS from the first year itself, ma'am?
Thanks very much. It's a pleasure to be on your show. Just to explain what we've done, we've actually announced an acquisition of 100% of a UK analytics company called Coalition. This firm is essentially engaged in providing very high-end proprietary analytics to investment banks all over the world. And we believe that this acquisition is complementary to the existing services that Crisil provides to global investment banks. So it really helps us to widen our offerings to investment banks. As far as the size of the transaction is concerned, the maximum transaction size is £29 million or around 250 crores. This amount will be paid out over a period of 2 years and is linked to the revenues as well as the profits of Coalition. So to the extent that the revenues and profits are below the identified milestone, the deal size will come down accordingly. So the maximum deal size is £29 million, paid out over a period of 2 years and funded entirely out of the cash on Crisil's books. We do not envisage taking on any debt for the purpose of this acquisition.
Are there any more such deals on the horizon for you?
Well, if you look at Crisil's growth, Ashutosh, over the last several years, it has been a very nice mix between organic growth and acquisitions. Since 2000, this will be our fifth acquisition. So our strategy clearly is to have a blended mix between organic and inorganic. We are always on the lookout for acquisitions. But I think the test that we apply when deciding whether to go in for an acquisition or not is, number one, does it fit in with our main purpose across all our businesses, which is making markets function better? Number two is, as you know, over the last decade or so, we have consciously diversified Crisil's revenue mix. 50% of our revenues now come from outside the country through our global research and analytics business. Coalition will be a part of this business. 40% of our revenues come from the ratings business, and about 10% of our revenues come from our risk solutions and infrastructure business. So really another consideration in our acquisitions is that will the acquisition also help to maintain the diversified business profile that we have targeted and built over the years and seek to maintain. And thirdly, of course, the deal must make business and financial sense. So clearly, yes, we are always on the lookout for acquisition, but we will not do acquisitions for the sake of acquisitions. We will do it only if it makes business sense and if it makes financial sense.
All right, ma'am. Thank you so much for your time. I would have loved to chat more with you, but I'm afraid we've completely run out of time. We'll get you on a more extended discussion to also talk about the outlook on the entire industry that we are at this point of time. But thank you so much, as always, for joining us. That's the management of Crisil talking about the new acquisition which they have completed, 250 crore all cash deal. Let's move.